Hi there, I'm Samantha Woodward and I'm the Managing Director of a company called Think Savvy. We're an HSEQ and wellness consulting practice here in Melbourne. For the past 16 years, we've been helping Australian businesses like yours build safety, environmental and quality systems that actually work, that don't just tick compliance boxes. In this video series, I'm going to talk to you about our top 10 consulting services, and the first of these is due diligence. Think Savvy currently has approximately 43 health, safety and environment services that it can provide for you and your organisation. We've noted our top 10 requested services for your reference. These are not noted in any particular order, as different businesses have different needs at different times. The first of these, though, is HSE due diligence analysis. And this can be applied to various project phases, including pre-capitalisation and across all procurement aspects. There are a number of aspects in relation to due diligence that are worth considering. A quick summary is noted below. The first of these is HSE risk profiling. This is most effective when delivered as a facilitated activity involving key stakeholders. A successful exploration of risk appetite tolerances and mitigation attitudes requires input from all relevant parties, including people like designers, engineers and other technical specialists. Risk profiling incorporates aspects like strategic sentiment, technical recommendations that are prioritised and ranks, and this also assists in decision making relating to capital allocation and other pertinent risk management activities. The second aspect is HSE risk assessment. This is where we undertake identification and mitigation of potential risks such as HSE, technical risks and other operational risks as is pertinent to a particular project and due diligence exposure. The next aspect is HSE technical feasibility. This is where we examine the technical aspects of the project, including technology, infrastructure associated with the project, and resource allocation. Another aspect is legal and regulatory compliance. This is where we ensure, from a due diligence perspective, that the project is going to be compliant with all relevant laws, regulations, insurances, permits, and other regulatory aspects. With this approach, we can sometimes also liaise with your in-house legal counsel or legal representation if required. The other aspect is the ESG, environmental and social impacts. Evaluating the potential of these aspects for a project can be very important. We certainly know from experience that where these are not taken into account sufficiently, it can cause incredible project delays further down the track. An example of our experience around the due diligence space relates to a consortia that was looking to buy a group of mining assets in far north Queensland. One of the large global consulting firms was engaged to run the financial aspects of the due diligence analysis, and we were engaged to undertake the risk management HSEQ aspects. Because there was a suite of assets in the desire for the consortia to purchase, they weren't sure what to do with their capital allocation and how they should prioritise that. So what was really effective about what we did is we had a variety of engineering disciplines that were brought to the table, and we examined the suite of assets. So we went and visited the assets and had a look at them and undertook a physical analysis of the assets and decided to do a risk profiling related to what those assets would need from a financial allocation upon purchase in order to get those assets to be operational. We also provided a risk prioritisation schedule to help the consortia decide or make informed decisions about how they should allocate their capital upon purchase. So we had some, extreme risks contained in that analysis, and I know at the time there was some sort of, concerns around that. But what we were trying to communicate to the consortia was not that the world was going to, stop rotating because of extreme risks, but what we were trying to communicate to the consortia is that from our professional perspective, we thought that they should pay the highest priority of attention in relation to those aspects, so that they could be sure that if they turn their mind to those initially and importantly, then the rest of the risk allocation and activities that need to be undertaken would be done so with those major aspects taken into consideration. What I also made sure was that the reports that were provided to the consortia weren't sort of filled with technical gobbledygook. Now, certainly these due diligence analysis activities can get very heavy and very technical, but the consortia didn't come from a technical background. So what we needed to do was to translate these technical aspects into what I would classify as plain English, so the consortia could make some informed decisions. And that's, I guess, what we're really good at doing, is to translate complex technical information to an initial group of stakeholders, so that they could understand what their acquisition landscape looked like and how they should manage the risks that were going to be present in that environment post-purchase. So the benefits that we bring to the table are this level of experience. We've got considerable technical capability, and we're all about transparency and optimal results, because your success is our success. And we specialise in taking complex concepts and putting them through a distillation process, so that people from various audience types, so from C-suite to mid-level executives, can wrap their head around what's contained in the technical reporting. We've successfully delivered projects for a range of leading organisations both across Australia and internationally. And we think that because of this, the benefit to your organisation is that we're not phased by multiple jurisdictions both in Australia but also internationally, and we're able to navigate those successfully, so that you can understand, by leveraging our expertise, what you're dealing with and what your approach should be. This has been Samantha Woodward from Think Savvy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's talk about how we can strengthen your HSEQ and wellness capability together. In our next video, we're going to briefly explore the development of policies, procedures and processes, because getting it right and getting the right fit is key, particularly for your organisation. So why don't you get in touch with me and let's have a conversation about how we can support your due diligence journey. Remember, your success is our success. I look forward to the next video. Thank you.